What's up, everyone? This is Red, sir, and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today's episode is going to be another match with this new team I just finished making, and I am still trying to get used to this team, and I've been getting a lot of losses with this team, but I have been getting lots of wins. But, I decided for this episode, the last couple, I only upload ones that I want to match with a new team. So, for this one, I'm going to upload a match that I lost, and I might upload one probably every 2 weeks when I do an episode. And just in case anybody doesn't know, I do upload one Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle episode every Friday. Hey, not two, just one every Friday. But if you want me to upload more than just one, go ahead and let me know if you want me to. But as of right now, I'm sticking with one every Friday. And so for this episode, I'm going to show off a match that I lost. But this one was super duper close. It was pretty much ended up in 1-0. This guy's favor. So just in case you don't know what this new team is I'm trying out, it basically contains some Pokemon that are from NU and some from different types of tiers. So basically it's a mixed Pokemon team, I guess you could maybe say, featuring Pokemon that are from completely different tiers. For NU tiers, there's Swellow and Bastiodon. For UU tiers, there's basically Blastoise, Scrafty, Hydreigon, and I also have Florges, who's my specially defensive wall. But I'm not going to describe my team actually right now. So let's get on to my opponent's Matt team. And his is actually kind of an interesting team. It has some pretty much overrated Pokemon on his team, like Rotom and Scizor. But he does have a couple of other Pokemon there besides that. He has a Venusaur, he has a Galot, and he has Zorak. And he does have a Delphox, which I have barely seen anyone use a Delphox, actually. I barely see anyone run one. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. And then I gotta, hold on, I gotta take a look here. Oh. There we go, I just couldn't see. Yeah, I am doing it on top of my shelf, by the way. It's just, like, on the top here, but whatever. So anyway, he does have a Zorak. Here I actually started off with, yeah, Delphox. Yeah, who else could that be? Zorak. Well, normally I would pick a counter to that, like maybe Scrafty, but I just said, you know what, screw it. I'll just set up Stealth Rocks regardless, because a lot of his Pokemon, because I do want to give it some Pokemon just in case if some has Focus Sash. So he does a Flamethrower. I don't give a fuck about a Flamethrower, to be honest though. I may not have very powerful defense compared to Bastiodon's defense, but I don't have a major issue with that. I do take that Flamethrower pretty well though. So he's going to switch into Rotom Wash. I went straight for the Toxic, predicting to either stay in or go for a switch, which is actually what happens. So I do poison his Rotom, which is going to be very helpful for me, because if you use poison on a defensive Pokemon, it's going to come in handy because it cripples them down a little bit. You let those go, he gets poison damage. So here, I went straight for the Protect. I did it just to stall him out, but also to see what he's going to actually do. And he goes straight into the Will-O-Wisp. And since I did notice that, I pretty much went for the really, really risky play here. But you'll get to that. We'll get to that in a sec here. So I'm gonna say Bastiodon for later. So I'm actually gonna switch Bastiodon. Since I saw him did for Willis, I went for the really risky play and went into my Pokemon Swellow, which I nicknamed the Flash. But he actually doesn't go for that. He goes straight into the Hydro Bump, predicting me to probably stay in or go for a switch. Look, fortunately for me, it actually does miss, which is really, really good for me, because that allows me to set up my Guts, and that really is going to come in handy. If you manage to land the Hydro Pump, I think Swallow would die. So anyway, he decides to keep Rotom Wash in. I went straight for the Facade, because it easily kills everything on his team almost in one shot. So here comes this Delphox, and I definitely know that this thing is the Zorak that I saw before. And he goes straight into Foul Play, which, fortunately, because of Guts, it puts me down so damn low in life. But it didn't do enough for the burn to kill, so I finished off the Zorak, which is freaking fantastic. And it really does surprise me that his Zorak is way faster than me, so what that tells me is that his thing must be Choice Scarf, or maybe if it is faster than Swallow, but I don't really know. Swallow's speed is ridiculously good. So, here comes the Scizor. This Pokemon I know for a fact is a problem, and I want to save the Swellow for later, just for his bigger threats coming up. I switch him out back into my Bastiodon. He's gonna Mega Evolve. But the reason I switched back in is because I am predicting him to go for the Bullet Punch. Because usually what most Swellow players would usually do is that they would normally go for Bullet Punch just to get rid of a Swellow, because Swellow doesn't have really the best defense. But he actually predicts the switch and actually goes for Swords Dance, which really is going to be a problem for me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to get back some life. Actually, predicting him to go for attack, and he does go for attack. He goes straight for the Bullet Punch. Actually, so here I actually thought he was going to go for Bullet Punch again, but nope. He went straight to the Superpower. To which I was thinking, oh wow, and I completely lost my physical wall there, which really sucks. But that's not bad for me though, because that gives me an opportunity to switch into my High Dragon. I could just send in the back soil, but again, that Bullet Punch does scare me, so I'm not going to risk it. So I go straight for the Fire Blast, which is my best move, and it definitely kills this thing. It becomes a crit too, and I don't really think that crit didn't really matter, but the system scores down, and that threat is completely gone. And here's one of the Pokemon that really scared me to death, that made me make some misplays. Galad. This thing is such a freaking beast. So I really cannot do that much to this guy. I was thinking of sending Swallow to sack him off, but I wanted to save him for later on. So I'm gonna go straight into Blastoise, who's gonna eat that Drain Punch very well. Honestly, I understand for damage, but he barely has any life, but there really is no point. So I'm gonna go ahead and straight up Mega Evolve. I know the Stain is, in fact, I know the Stain's pretty powerful, but unfortunately, I didn't see this. Unfortunately, though, for me, he goes straight into the Leaf Ray, which again becomes a crit, and again, it didn't really matter. Maybe that's just me, though, but trust me, people, I literally did not see that coming at all. So, anyway, he's going to switch his Galad. He's going to switch into Venusaur. What I should have actually done was went for the safe Moonblast, because... Actually, did I go for Moonblast? I should have just went for Moonblast. I went straight for the Toxic instead. So anyway, here I went straight into the Protect. I did it just to see what move he was going to go for. Apparently, turns out he's going to go for a Sleep Powder. Which, for me, that's going to be a big, big problem. So what I'm actually going to do is, I'm going to send in Flash as a and I'm going to sacrifice him. When he does go for a Sleep Powder. I know I really did say I wanted to save him for later, but unfortunately, if I switch into any other Pokemon, they could fall asleep. Which is really what I do not want. And, unfortunately, Swellow does die because of the burn Flame War, which really sucks. But I had no other choice, though. I didn't have to predict the thing again. Now, I definitely know for a fact he does go for the Sleep Power just to guarantee to land it. Here, I went straight for the Dragon Dance because I know how to speed it, but also so I can hit him hard. He does manage to land the Sleep Power, but however, my Lumberry does kick in. Which is going to be fantastic. Here I went for the Crunch because out of the moves I had, this was the safest one I could go for, and it does half damage as you can tell. But unfortunately though, he does still go for Sleep Power, which unfortunately he manages to land it, which fucking sucks. Because I absolutely fucking hate that so damn much. And I literally have no other choice but to switch out. I could have just kept him in and then hope to wake up the next turn, but I really did not want to risk it. So I withdraw into Hydreigon. He withdraws him into his Galad, which really, it really sucks. So I could stay in, but I really am afraid of a Drain Punch coming in. So I actually decide to switch into Rosalina, who's, again, this guy is gonna go straight into a Drain Punch, and even though Rosalina doesn't have the best defense, she does actually take that Drain Punch surprisingly much better than I thought. So here's actually what I did here. I went for a double switch, going back into blue, predicting him to go straight into maybe a different attack, but it doesn't matter because he went straight for an Ice Punch, which really, really sucks. And I need to stay alive, so I had no choice but to switch out again. Man, this Scrafty. This is why this Galad causes me so much trouble. This is one of the reasons why Galad is such a big, huge threat to the lot of my team, and I knew I need to get rid of this thing as soon as I fucking can. So, here, I decided to go straight into I think I went for Toxic. I think that's what I did. So, luckily though, the Citrus Berry does bring me back a lot of life back. Okay, so I went straight for the Toxic. I could have just went for Moonblast, but I know Galot's part Psychic type, so it does sort of resist it, even though it does no damage, because he's part Fighting type. But anyways, the only chance I probably have at this is to go straight into a Toxic and just stall him out. Which is pretty much the only move I can go for. That's pretty much all I can do. Anyway, I'm gonna go straight up for the Wish. My main goal pretty much here is just to stall him out for as long as I freaking can. Now this was one of the big misplays I made. I should have actually went for Moonblast, predicted him to send in Venusaur, or just to do as much damage as I can, but I went for Protect just because I thought he was going to stay in, but it didn't really work. So, unfortunately though, I cannot really do that much to this Venusaur, because this Venusaur is really bulky. So, anyway, here, I know this is a bad risk going for Protect again, but I did it just to see what he's going to do. Turns out, he's going to go for Sleep Powder again. Which, oh wow, this is going to be freaking annoying. Actually, this is going to be really damn annoying. Yeah, this is going to be really damn annoying. So unfortunately, I do fall asleep, which fucking sucks. I really hate it when they do that. But I do use one too, so I guess there's no complaint about it. He goes for a Sludge Bomb with a super effective move, which is not bad at all. So I go straight with a Wish, and this nearly is not that much I can do to at all. Now, this was actually a little play I actually went. I went straight to switch out. Reason is because I want to switch into Blizzard Dragon, but mostly to get back some life here. And he actually does go for the Synthesis, which really is not that bad at all. Not a bad play predicting the switch out, or predicting the Protect. I guess he was predicting me to stay in, but that's not really what I did. So, he is going to withdraw. I went straight into the... I still went for the Fire Blast, because it is my strongest attack that I can go for. Which is... I think that is exactly what I do. And, yeah, I do straight for the Fire Blast, and this was the best move I had. But unfortunately, by judging that damage, that thing is so bulky. What the fuck? Oh. Sorry. And when I saw how much damage it did, I knew right off the bat that there is literally like nothing I can do. Literally nothing I can do, so I did not want to risk Hydreigon taking massive damage, so I'm going to sack off my Rosalina, and there is literally nothing I can do to him at all. Literally nothing I can do. So, anyway. Here I'm going to go for Protect. He is going to take more Poison Damage. I'm just going to stall him out. And he's going to go for Drain Punch again. I don't really have a big issue with that. And he still goes for the Drain Punch, probably thinking that I might be able to, well, pretty much you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Rosalina goes down. Just in case anybody didn't know, I named Rosalina after the princess from Mario Galaxy, just to let everyone know. So unfortunately, my last hope was on Hydreigon, and Galot and Venusaur were his last two Pokemon. So this Fire Blast is, I was hoping and praying this would freaking kill him from that range. And look that he got rid of Galot, which is fantastic. And he sends in Delphox, and this guy, he has a move I've never seen a Delphox use. So I go for Fire Blast because I am completely stuck in this move. But luckily though, he actually used a Flamethrower, and I completely forgot that Delphox's hidden ability is Magician, where basically if he lands an attack, he can take the item from me. And now that he got rid of Choice Scarf, I can now really use Dark Bolt, which is freaking fantastic. Okay. But because of Choice Scarf, he does outspeed me, which is really sucks, but I'm actually fine with that, because now I can really use any other move, and he helps me for that. And this is unfortunately, this guy made a very risky play that helped him win the game. Actually, so here I still outspeed it regardless. I still go for Fire Blast because it's the only move I know that can work. It doesn't matter how much damage that Fire Blast did, it was a guaranteed 2-hit KO. But he does get the board, which is fantastic, and this was the risky play he made. He went for the risky play and went straight for a Sleep Powder, which unfortunately I was like, yep, that's GG. He pretty much won because of the Sleep Powder landing, which sucks because Sleeping Powder has a 70% chance of hitting, which is really sucks, and I was hoping I'd wake up, but I don't, and that's terrible. And then he goes straight into Sludge Bomb, and I did take a look at the damage calculator during the turn, thinking of a move to go for, And apparently, Sludge Bomb can kill me from that range of attack. And instead of actually going for that for the safer play, he decides to go straight into the sleep powder, which is, in my opinion, the riskiest play to go for when he should have just went for Sludge Bomb. Even if I somehow managed to live, and if he got the poison, I would have died anyway. Like, if this is actually what I think he could have done, was he should have just went for Sleep Powder. Like, if he, or not Sleep Powder, I mean Sludge Bomb. If he actually looked at the damage calculator and found out how much damage that Sludge Bomb would do to me, then he would have easily killed my Hydreigon, and that would have been the safer play. But I guess maybe he didn't look it up when we were having the match, or maybe he just didn't know how much damage Sludge Bomb would really do to me. But yeah, I definitely think going for Sleep Powder was the really risky move, because if it missed, I would have won the game. As long as my next 5 blasts didn't miss after his Sleep Powder would miss, then I would have probably won the game. But he went for the risky pay, it managed to pay off, and he pretty much won. So, it was a good match nonetheless. I think depending on what would have happened, one of us could have either won. Because like I said, if the Sleep Powder missed and my next 5 blast didn't miss, I would have won the game. But if his Sleep Powder did manage to land, which obviously it did, but he would have won the game. Or if he just went for Sludge Bomb, just not to risk, missing the Sleep Powder, he would have won the game. So 3 choices could have easily determined the matchup. It could have easily determined the match. But it was a good game regardless. I really had a hard time with Galad. I really had a hard time against it. But I had a good match. Good game to Colonel. Very good match indeed. I still have to get used to this team a little bit more because, honestly though, I have been getting lots of losses recently with this team, but I am getting lots of wins with it. I just need to get used to this team a bit more. And once I do know how to set up this team properly, I should be able to be good. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi Battles. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think about this match. And let me know what you think about the ending of the match. Do you think maybe if the Sleep Powder missed, do you think maybe I would have stood a chance? Or do you think no matter what would have happened, I would have lost? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.